Hi everyone, Mez here. Welcome to another one of my videos, Plan C Diary of a Cancer Patient. It's been a while since my last video, and I thought that I would do one today for a little bit of a catch up and let those that are watching the video let you know what's going on, what's been happening since my last video. I think my last video was around about the 6-month remission stage. No, sorry, I apologize. It's not 6 months, it's the 3-month remission stage. I'm now in around about 7 months in remission. And to answer the question of how I'm doing great. I'm doing great. My health is really, really good. I'm in the best shape that I've ever been in. I'm the healthiest I've ever been in. I'm the most active I've ever been. Um, my immune system is still weak. I'm very prone to getting coughs, colds, infections. In fact, majority of the time I will have like a chest infection. Sounds severe, but it's basically cold-like symptoms, a lot of phlegm. I learned to live with it. I just carry on the rest of my day. But other than that, I really don't have much to complain about. Life is good. Life is good for me right now. Medically, I'm all good. I get checkups every 3 months with my consultant. They take bloods. They have a look to see if there's any kind of irregularities. They have all been absolutely perfect. My consultant says, look, you know what? Until we see evidence that there's something wrong, go live your life. And he's right. He's right. You know, that's exactly what I've been doing. I've been cracking on with my life. I've been cracking on with making memories with my family. That's the most important thing. And yeah, it's been really good. But there's a big kind of significance about today's video. And I don't know if you've been following all my videos, but today, 1 year ago, I created my first video. And you know, if you have been following my journey with all these videos, if you have the time, go back and watch my first one. Because that was a very, very kind of emotional video. That was a video showing a version of me that was very, very scared. Very, very scared of what the future will bring. I didn't know how long I would have to live. I didn't know whether I'd make it. Sure, I was very positive, and I was remained positive throughout this whole process. But that doesn't mean that you're not scared. And I was very, very scared making that video. There was a lot of unknowns 1 year ago. Today is very different, and it just goes to show. I've been doing a lot of reflecting in my time, since that diagnosis and 1 year where we are today, and a lot can happen in a year. You know, 1 year of living with cancer has shown me so many different aspects to life. I can't even articulate what I've learned from this whole process, both good and bad. So I'm really pleased to be making this video today, because I didn't think I was going to be here. I didn't know if I was going to be here to make this video. And I'm happy to report that 1 year on, I'm still here. I'm the best version of me possible. There's still things that I need to improve on. Medically, I'm fine. Still a lot of things I need to improve on, but that's just me. That's my goals. That's the things that I want to improve after going through this kind of experience. So yeah, there's, like I said, there's been a lot of reflecting to do, and people have approached me, and after they hear, it's been 1 year since. Well, it's actually 1 year since my first video, but around about 3rd of February was 1 year since I got diagnosed. Um, and a lot of people have said to me, this is something that you should celebrate. What are you going to do to celebrate? Are you gonna do something? Even my wife asked me, is this something that you can celebrate? I think some people can. Not me though. This is, that for me, getting cancer and coming out of cancer, it's not a cause for celebration. Sure, it's a time for reflection, and I've been doing a lot of that. But I cannot celebrate anything to do with cancer. Cancer is a killer, and it will always be a part of me. It's weird me saying that. I'm now in remission. Cancer's gone. It's not in my body. There's no evidence of it returning. Yet there is the shadow of cancer that follows me around, and I think it always will do. That don't mean that I'm not going to live my life. I'm going to be feared by it. I just want to articulate to those of you that are watching this that even after remission, things aren't over. Things aren't over. Cancer affects such a deep part of you that it is something that you have to, it's something that you mentally have to cope with. And I don't think that side of things ever get treated. I mean, medically, there's injections you can take, there's pills you can take, there's therapies that you can have. You can have all of that to address the medical aspect of cancer, but the mental side of things, that never really kind of gets addressed, whether you go to NHS or private or things like that. Yeah, there is therapies that you can have. Sure, they are helpful. They are helpful in understanding and process the aspects of cancer. But what I'm really talking about is the day-to-day aspects of what cancer does to you mentally, your outlook on life, the way that you are. There's a lot of people who are normally kind of outgoing and extroverted and love kind of being social. Once they have this, once they come out of it and they survive this, they don't go back to being that person again. They kind of withdraw within themselves. I'm very much an introvert. I like being an introvert. I describe myself as an introvert with an extroversion switch. So when I need to be an extrovert, I'll turn that switch on. I'll be an extrovert, like doing these videos. I would say that it's me with my extroversion switch on. But I'm very much an introvert. Don't get me wrong. I like my alone time. I like my space. I like just reflecting on certain things. I like to process things. I'm a reflector. I take away experiences. I go away into a good space and I think about all of those things that have happened. And I've done a lot of that. It helps me process a lot of things. So for me, it's not a time for celebration. It's certainly time for a reflection. But I did do one interesting thing recently, and again, this is tied into all the reflection that I've been doing over this time. I get a lot of messages from people saying, I don't know how you've done it, the process is so difficult, kind of thing. I'm super interested in how they have perceived me going through this process, because I know how I feel internally, some of which I've explained in some of the videos. But I'm really super interested in those that know me, those that have experienced my whole journey going through this. How would they say that I've coped with cancer, or how would they describe my journey going through cancer? So I asked them. I said to them, just describe in kind of a series of one words, like what your experience of me going through cancer was. How would you describe me? And I got a list of what I call descriptors, and I'm just going to read some of these to you. This is not an exhaustive list. This is just a summary of people close to me. I asked them, and they came out with the words resilient, warrior, strong, unshakable, calm, and survivor. And those words really, it didn't shock me, but I was really surprised, because I had made my own list of how I have felt going through this whole process, and they aren't the same. Although there are times where I have been resilient, I have been strong, I have been calm, etc. So those people that have described this, I wouldn't say they're wrong, but what I want to do is show you how I felt inside versus how I'm perceived externally. So my list was alone, sensitive, exhausted, broken, battle-worn, robbed, and fearful. And as you can see, those descriptors are vastly different from the descriptors that people have perceived me to be. And this really shows the external face versus internal battle that I have had during this process. But I want to talk through my descriptors, because my descriptors, they feel negative, and to a certain extent they are. But I want to explain each one to you, to give you a sense of understanding of why those have been my chosen words. So let me start with alone. I chose the word alone, not meaning the fact that I have no one, because I was supported by a very, very strong group of people, my wife being the number one strongest person in that group. Alone in the sense that cancer happened to me, and there wasn't anybody that could relate to what I was going through, or what I went through, or what I was about to go through at that time. At that time, 1 year ago, I didn't know anybody who went through chemotherapy. There was no one that I could ask for, or prepare my mind and ask them, what is it like to go through this? It seemed like I was the only person having cancer, and everybody else was just going around living their lives. All of a sudden, wham, cancer hit me, and I was the only person to have it. That's how it felt. So alone comes from that. Sensitive. Sensitive is in a couple of ways. I'm not a person who gets overly sensitive about stuff, but going through cancer, I think I did, especially when things were changing within me physically. I went from how I was looking, which I would say I was overweight, slightly overweight, to a bag of bones. My hair going from a full head of thick hair to absolute baldness. Losing my eyebrows, losing my eyelashes, losing my nose hair. These are all things that happened. My eyes started to sink in. My skull outline could be seen if you look back at some of my videos and some photos. You can see that my physical appearance had changed so much. And when I interacted with people and they saw me like that, you can see on their face their initial reaction. They are shocked, they are scared, they don't know how to talk to me, and that made me feel very insecure, very sensitive about who I am, who I was. Um, and I'm in no time in my life have I ever felt that. But during that process, I did. Exhausted. In some respects, I still feel this way, although it's not the level of exhaustion I had when I was going through chemotherapy. I'm exhausted. This 1 year, this cancer battle has absolutely depleted everything from me, and I'm starting to build that energy back up again. That's going great, but sometimes the exhaustion kicks in, and just getting off the sofa or getting off the bed is takes all your strength, but you do it and you crack on, because otherwise you're stuck, and you don't want to be stuck like that. So at times I'm still tired, I still get exhausted, but you crack on through the day. Next one is broken and battle worn. I'll do these two together. I've never had to fight like I did while I had cancer. The battle that happened internally was unbelievable, and I'm not ashamed to say that cancer, it broke me into a million pieces. Over this last year, I've been picking up those pieces and stitching them back together, but I'm permanently broken by cancer. It doesn't mean that I won't be fixed. I'll be fixed. I'm pretty much there already, but it broke me. It broke me. It broke me mentally. It broke me physically. And there's nothing much more to say about that. It's the biggest battle that I've ever had in my life. I'm exhausted from that battle. I don't want to ever have that battle again, but there's always a risk of it coming back. And the question still remains, is if it does come back, can I do it again? Can I fight it again? Of course I will, but I don't know if I could do it with the same level of positivity I had it with the first time around. The next one is robbed. Cancer robbed 1 year from my life. And that's a year that I will never get back. Yeah, we were going through COVID and things like that, and whatever. There are times where I couldn't get off the sofa. There are times whereby I was so tired and exhausted from the chemotherapy sessions that I had that just lifting an arm was all that I could do. It took valuable time away from my daughter. And that's time I'll never get back. I'll always make up for it. Time with her is so precious to me, but cancer robbed me of that. It took 1 year of my precious time away from my family. I'll never get that back. The last descriptor is fearful. I don't mind telling people that I'm fearful for the fact that this cancer will return. It probably never will do. There's nothing to say that it will. But considering the impact that it had on my life, I'd never want to go through that again. I would never wish this on anybody. but it's always a stain on my mind. Yeah, it's always lingering in the background. And in my heart of hearts, I think at some stage in my life it's going to come back. I've said to myself that I'm going to prepare my mind and my body for when it does, but I hope it never does. So there you have it. There's some very big differences of how I feel inside regarding this, even now, right? Even now I'm in remission and the threat of it's all gone. I still feel like that now. Versus how other people perceive me. I thought that was just interesting, and I thought I'd spend a little bit of time talking about that. It shows that just because cancer is gone, it's not over. You know, it's not over. There's still it still affects me. It still affects the mind. It affects my outlook. It affects how I perceive things and people, and that is all part of the new me. This is it. You know, it's just because the cancer's gone, the concerns are still there. But health wise, I'm good. Like I say, I'm in a very good place. I'm back to work. I'm glad for it. You know, it stimulates my mind. I do regular exercise that keeps me active, that keeps me fit, that keeps me healthy. Diet is good. So all in all, like I said, I don't really have much to complain about, but I just wanted to let people out there know that just because I'm not being medically treated anymore, there are still a lot of concerns that cancer still brings, and these are the things that I have to deal with, you know, moving forward, going on with my life. But thank you for listening to this video. If you have any kind of comments, please put them in. I love responding to these comments. So many people have contacted me about cancer. A lot of people are requesting more videos. Some people want more video. My wife to do more carers videos, which I personally think she should do. But yeah. We're all in a good place. I think my next video will probably be around the 1 year mark. But yeah, please like, subscribe, contact me regarding cancer, because on this, I'm an open book. There's so many aspects to cancer, and there's far too few people actually really talking about it. No one has actually, up to this day, no one has actually sat down with me and had a very deep personal one-to-one conversation about cancer, which I find shocking. Because if the statistics, like I say, if the statistics are 1 in 2 people are getting cancer in their lifetime, that is something that we should all understand a lot more. And what better understanding can you get than insight from somebody who's gone through cancer? So if you know somebody who's gone through cancer, or you may face the possibility of contracting some type of cancer and you need somebody to talk to, I'll happily be that person, whether I know you or not. It doesn't matter. You know, cancer doesn't care whether it knows you or not. So if you need help, you need support, I'm happy to help. Okay, everybody, take care. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.